So next topic we'll discuss about list. So list is like a array. It's a collection, but it's not a homogeneous type of array. It's not like a compiler style array. So what is list? List is basically it's a collection type of structure. It's a collection, that is collection of different data items, like collection of integer, collection of string, collection of float. It's a mixed data, collection of different or dissimilar different type of data or value. So all the datas are placed to different index. So that list is index based. The term index means it's pointing to nth element. Inside we'll put integer, index based. And all the datas are placed to different index. So each data will be pointing to different virtual address. So list will be mutability. Mutable means changeable. We can add new data, and we can modify the existing data, and we can delete nth data. So this all it support with the list. So quickly recap, we discussed data structure like integer and float and string type of data. This all it's our even for we can take boolean values, like this all mixed type of items. Now all the data element we can place inside the list. The list notation, the structure of list notation, variable, that is list name, assignment operator, square bracket. So the square bracket is called a list notation. Open and close square bracket, it's called a list. So how to declare this all the data? You can take variable and say this integer, and all the existing named variable are written inside. We can use any additional data also. For example, we can define some file name, or if you want to define some IP address. These are all string type of data. So list, it's a mixed type of, that's why I written different type of, mixed type of data items. Internally each data are placed. This is one virtual address, this is another, this is all pointing to nth memory. This is a fourth index up to comma, the next element last index. Same like a string handling style, it's a collection index based, and list also support with indexing, slicing. The difference between string and list: string is single data structures, it's immutable structure code. Here each data pointing to individual virtual address, so we can change the data, and all the element here separated by comma. Comma will be data separator. So and see this index number I written 0 1 2 3, same like string style, and here all the index we can access, even the negative number, like -1 always pointing to the last index, -2 it will be pointing to the next index, -3, -4, -5, like this, -6, like this we can access index by index order. So if recap a string type of data operation, same style operators usages will use. So this all it's individual index based operation. How to fetch the data? Before fetching the data, just look at the variable v5 and see the output. V5, it's a list notation. Okay, and if you print only v5, this will print all the data. And the list is a collection and ordered element. See the way how you declare, the same format the output it's displayed. There is no random access, the random format. If you want to fetch from the list, if you want to fetch single data from list, how to use list name, that is variable name, followed by index number. So the term index numbers or integer, you can access positive index or negative index. Negative index right to left, positive index left to right. So for example, v5 of 0th index or v5 of last index. So v5 of nth index will get it, and v5 of first index we can get, and we can modify the data. For example, updated value, we can place any value. So this recap string topic. String we can't modify the nth index. So quickly I'll recap string. String, it's a collection of character. If it is say This is collection of character. S of 1 will fetch the data. We can't modify the nth data because it is not a mutable structure. It's not changeable. We can fetch it, we can't modify it. But list, it's a mutable, we can change. And if you want to delete the data, del followed by s of 1, we can't delete the data. Del is a function to delete. Using here, if you want to delete, we can use v5 of nth index, we can delete the data, then index will get reduced. Same length function we can use, we'll get the integer. How many element now? It was 6, now it is 5 element. So if you compare with the string manipulation, indexing, slicing, same style of indexing, slicing, we can use list. Important point, list is mutable structure. It's not compiler style of array. And list memory, it's all expandable. There is no limit. It is expandable. So we can place all this multiple data into the single list. List can hold another list, that is multi-dimensional structure. We'll discuss shortly. Okay. First we'll focus on this, more on single dimensional structure code. List can hold function, list can hold all the data. So now there are some few list manipulation. If you want to fetch that list for nth index data, we can get. And if you want to fetch the last index, we can get. And slicing, if you want to print first index to n minus 1. N minus 1 element, 5 means 5 minus 1. What is the first index here? First index, second index, third index, fourth index. 5 minus 1, 4. Or first index to 4. 4 minus 1, 3. So recap this indexing. 0th index, first index, second index, third index, fourth index. Now starting from 1 to 3. N minus 1, 4 minus 1, 3. If you put 1 colon followed by first index to list of all. So if you want to print last element, last 2. Or if you want to print last 2 element, we can use slicing. So slice operations. Okay. So these are the list slice operation manipulations. And exception wise, the list element, you can see that length of list 5 element. If you put v5 of some invalid index, we'll get exception, index error. It's not name error. Variable name is named, but index is not. It's not defined. It's undefined. It's out of index. So the exception name is called index error. So this is the basic structure about what is list. A list is nothing but it's a collection of data, and all the data are, it's a mixture type. It's not a compiler style of homogeneous type. List is expandable. We can add new data, we can modify the nth data, we can delete the data. I'll tell you how to add the new data. Before that, understand the list manipulations and the same style of structure code. If you take string, if you want to check any particular character is existing or not, we can test it. Membership. And if it is character is not exist, if you say x in followed by, it's false, or x in followed by not in followed by yes. Same, this is a given list. So in this list, if you want to check any particular data, this file is existing or not. If it is exist, return will be true. And case sensitive, suppose if I enter some invalid file, it's not exist. And if you say membership, it is not existing, yes, true, it's not exist. Say membership operator, so expression return true means true or false, we can put validation. So if you put etc followed by whatever membership, the value return, if it is true, yes, it is file is available, file etc password as exist, otherwise it's not exist. It's a condition. Okay. Then we discussed list manipulations. Here, sorry, string manipulations for variable in collection, for looping. How many element is there in the string? Collection of character. Based on the collection of character for s string, So it will print the value. I'll print yes, I'll put a v, then we'll get value character by character. So string, it is string, it's a character, like collection of character, it will fetch all the character by character. Same style for variable in, if you put v5 list, it will print all this value one by one, index by index. Last index will be this one. Okay. So this all it's called a list manipulation, list structure. Okay, we didn't discuss about function. There are some functions available, how to add the data and how to delete the data. Apart from del, there are some other list manipulation functions are available. Before that, understand what is list. List is a collection of or ordered of collection of different data items. All the data are ordered elements. It's index based. Using index, we can fetch the nth data. Using index, we can modify the nth data and we can delete the nth data. And list is collection, so we can use membership operator and we can associate with the for loop, collection based for loop. So it will support with the looping index by index order. Okay. So the next class we'll discuss about there are some functions how to add new data to the existing list. So list based methods. Then we'll move to tuple. Thank you.